let's bring it back then. Let's bring it back to where you started. I mean, jumping out of school, you co-founded Spotlight, and then right, and then you ended up moving in, and you kind of gave us a little bit. You touched on that story of starting the business, but through that process and early business, can you talk about maybe some of the mentors that you worked with and some of the the growth that you had to kind of get to this process, and what you learned that you take away from it?
Yeah, I mean, there have been so many mentors along the way. I've depended so much on mentors through my journey because I started my companies as a very young person without much experience under my belt. So I've been very intentional about building my network of mentors and surrounding myself with really sound, experienced advice. I guess, early on, the mentorship came from, different incubators and accelerators that we were part of. And actually, Yale turned out to be a great resource. I founded Spring Health in my dorm room with Adam, my co-founder. And we would talk to professors at the business school and folks involved in entrepreneurship at Yale. Actually, Yale connected me to one of my first investors, Kevin Ryan, and he's been an incredible mentor and advisor to us ever since. And throughout the journey, what I've done is I've read a lot of books and reached out kind of cold to the authors of these books and convinced them to talk to me, and that's kind of been my strategy in building my network.
I like that. I mean, we might as well stick with the network aspect of it. The being intentional stands out. I mean, that's a great way to look at it because, you probably don't want just a large, huge network of people who aren't going to help you, but you've pinpointed the specific people that are going to help grow your business and you want to work with. Can you kind of elaborate a little bit more on how you built that network and put the puzzle pieces into the right places?
Yeah. So I think early on, I had no shame about reaching out to people on LinkedIn and asking people for intros to people that I wanted to meet. I would literally no shame. I would ask anyone and everyone, and people are willing to help. And so I got a lot of advisors that way. Later on, our investors really helped us a lot. So Workbench is one of our incredible investors, and they hold specific workshops around key topics that might be relevant to founders in enterprise sales. And so they would usually bring in subject matter experts and really experienced folks in marketing and demand gen and in sales. And then after those sessions, I would just follow up with those folks and keep in touch. And they've been incredible resources for us ever since.
Yeah, and continuing to grow your network and to grow your business. I mean, we could talk about the collaborations aspect of this, right? Because Spring Health is looking for employers to get on the platform, on the network. But talk about some of the people that you're looking to collaborate with Spring Health and the business and the opportunities that are coming available in the future. Because think about it this way: because we do this on LinkedIn and we try to communicate your story to everybody on whatever platform there is, because we're trying to get partnerships for you and opportunities for you. Yeah. So any opportunities that you're looking for to help grow the business, hopefully someone listens to that and then can reach out afterwards. So go ahead and tell us, kind of what you're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. So coronavirus is really helping the business, as weird as that is to say. We're one of the lucky few that are in an industry that is growing because of coronavirus, right? Mental health and telemedicine are top of mind for a lot of organizations and HR departments and employers today. So as a result, we're hiring and we're growing the team pretty aggressively. We raised our last round in January, and we've been kind of scaling the company very aggressively since then, and we still are. So we're looking for key executives in marketing and in finance, in sales, and in product. We're really growing the team in every function. So I would say one thing is, if you want to help, if you know any talented people who care deeply about mental health care and who share our mission of eliminating every barrier to mental health, please feel free to introduce us. The second piece that I wanted to share was a lot of employers are reaching out to Spring Health, especially these days. They're looking for quick, easy ways to enhance their mental health support for employees. And so if you know an organization or are part of an organization that is looking to invest in employee mental health, please feel free to reach out.
Right. And who are you typically talking to? Is it the HR professionals at those companies that,
Yeah, absolutely. So C-suite, I think it's really powerful to have C-suite members on board with our mission and on board with the idea that they need to better support the mental health of their employees. So C-suite connections are always very powerful, but also benefits and HR. That's where those functions and those roles by Spring Health ultimately. So anyone in benefits and compensation, anyone in HR, anyone in people ops.